Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to install an oil catch can on an Infiniti Q50. This company, AddW1, reached out asking if I'd be willing to make a video in exchange for getting the hardware sent for free. And I talked to my buddy about it and asked him if he was interested in installing one of these on his Q50. And he said he was. I'm not getting paid for this video, just to put it out there, so I'll give you an unbiased opinion, but it looks like good quality. And there's no affiliate linking or anything like that going on. But if you guys are interested in one of these, I'll definitely put a link in the description and let you know what I think of it. So here's some talking points that they included with this kit. And I figured I could insert it here and you guys can pause the video if you wanted to read that. A couple takeaways: they have a new baffle design, version 3. It's got 3 layers of filter. And main reason you want to consider an oil catch can on a direct injected car is there's no fuel washing the back of your intake valve to keep it clean like there was on older cars. So you get carbon buildup on any newer direct injection car. Hence, you'll find kits like this made for direct injection cars. Over time, you will build up blow-by and you can drain it out and avoid that getting in your vapor and cooking on your valves. This gauge pod here was included, so I figured I'd show you guys. It allows you to mount a 52 mm gauge pod. And I can put a link in the description for that with just a couple screws if you guys were looking for something like that. Let's unbox this kit. First of all, you have a mounting bracket. You have the can itself, as you can see. It's got a carbon fiber look. It's got an included drain, installation instructions, but you guys aren't going to need that now that this video's out. You have the fittings for the oil catch can as well as some clamps to screw it all together. You have your hoses, aluminum hose clamp, stickers. They include a bunch of stickers actually, different colors, silver and whatnot. Pretty neat. First up, I'm going to extract the fittings out of here. There's O-rings included. You should go over this for a proper seal. That's your level, your dipstick. I'm going to just give these a little snug up using a 19. Not too hard given there's an O-ring behind it. Don't want to ruin that. Assuming you had your engine cover on, you'd be popping that off. Step 1. Now I'm going to bring you in for a better view. If you notice right there, we have this line here that has to be removed. And then if you follow that along, you'll find the other end of it by the oil cap. There's that pipe removed. This bracket bolts to the top here. Okay, so get yourself a long 12 mil ratchet. Right here, there's a easy to access bolt. Right there. Remove that. Bring your bracket. Place it here. Pass your bolt back through. Orient it in such a way that you can clock this to live here. Like that. So we'll remove these 2 screws here. If you're very careful, you can place a bolt in here and lower it down, but watch out. Checking for clearance. We're good. We're good. So mount that on the back. I'm going to clock it a little differently now. So unfortunately we lost some footage, but I can quickly summarize where I'm at. In the last clip you saw I was mounting this bracket. So if you look down beside the air to water heat exchanger, the rear 12 mil bolt is where this bracket is bolted to, and it's clocked at this angle in case you guys have your original engine cover and you want to replace it and have it clear. And looking right here, you have a couple 2.5 mil Allen bolts which pass through to the oil catch can, and you would clock it this way. If you're looking at that logo, just go to the 2 bolts at the back side. Now you're going to put your hoses into the inlet and outlet of this catch can, and then there's another 2.5 mil Allen in this clamp here that you just basically put around both hoses. It'll be included in the box to cinch that down. So now the hoses, there's going to be 2 hoses. One's going to be longer, one's going to be shorter. The longer one goes on the outlet, and then you pass it through right here beside one of the cylinder heads. Pass it through. You can see there's a little resting spot on the intake manifold for that to sit on. And then you have the hose clamp right there, which you should cinch down. That holds the longer outlet from the oil catch can. And then the shorter inlet is going to be right here. If you follow that along, it goes right above it in the same spot. As you can see, it's going to come through and bolt up right there. Right there. So that's the gist of it, really. You can make those 2 hoses route cleanly without any zip ties or anything. You have your outlet going to the intake manifold, and you have your inlet up near the front here. And you want to clock the oil catch can at that angle so that when you reinstall your engine cover, if you still have it, it'll clear that. So I would say every other fill up, it wouldn't hurt to just grab this screw here, wipe it off, and check the oil level. Very easy to do. The way it mounts on this bracket, it won't vibrate and hit anything. When the time comes and you find that this is full, you'll basically just unscrew like so. Like so. I would suggest you lift up on this so it will clear. Now, if you're very careful and it's not completely full, you should be able to get this out. So I would take this, set it aside, and then it's a matter of trying to find an angle to get this out without spilling. So if you play your cards right, you should be able to not make a big mess and remove this. There's an O-ring that stays with the top part. You just bring your little piece here, lift up on your dipstick, so I wouldn't crank that too tight, just so that it'll be easy to remove next time. If you're really full and you're right to the brim and you haven't checked it in a while, I could see you being able to unscrew this, just bring it over here, suck out some of the oil with the turkey baster, and then you can slide it out this way. But there's enough access to work with that. So my unbiased review on this is it looks pretty clean. I don't have any obvious complaints for it. It seems like a good quality product. So there you go, guys. That's how you install an Add W1 oil catch can on your Infiniti Q50. So not much information was lost. Really, we just mounted that bracket and ran these hoses over here. Not much else to it. So overall, I would say this should take you about half an hour to an hour, depending on your skill level. It's pretty self-explanatory, and there's enough room to get in there without it being a big fuss. So that's how you install an Add W1 oil catch can for your Infiniti Q50. I think the quality is good. It looks nice, and I'm gonna recommend it. I see no issue with it. And if you guys are interested in one of these, I'll put a link in the description. Again, it's not an affiliate link, and I was not paid to make this video. I got the part as a favor to my friend with this car so he can get an oil catch can and we can make some content. I know there's some Infiniti Q50 guys that have subscribed to my channel, so hopefully this is something for you guys. So this is the first video you're catching of mine. Please consider subscribing. I do upload regularly.